Hey guys, Steph here. It's been a minute since I've done a political video, and it's been for a reason. So, on all my no cat, my daughter's kitten. Okay, so on all my social media platforms, I am fucked. Okay, so on Instagram, they delete all my followers. Like, it has to be at least like 20 a day. And not only that, um, when I go to follow somebody, it doesn't allow me to follow them. It's like non fucking stop. It's like these people have cat being really no Marilyn. Okay, so my daughter is a cat named Marilyn. Actually, it's a kitten, and she loves to join me for small talk. But it's like I can't catch a break. Sorry, she's right there. Okay, so it's like I cannot catch a fucking break. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, whether I'm politically correct or not, YouTube keeps deleting my videos saying it's medical misinformation when it's proven factual. It's proven facts, but I know, baby. Oh, I know. But it's still misinformation. An orange cat who's a girl. She's not so cool. But anyway, she's a little bitch. She won't get out of my fucking camera view. But anyway, so we're watching the world in this like cognitive distance. And not only that, it's like mass gaslighting going on. So I'm sitting here thinking, how is it misinformation, YouTube, when what I have been saying and what I have said for a while now is proven to be factual? But you're still going to my videos from like 2017 and 16 and 18 and 19 and 20. You're like going through all my videos and trying to, what? Delete something that the rules didn't even exist then, right? Kind of scary. That's what's happening in Canada right now. So in Canada, so they have this new hate speech bill. All right, and in this hate speech bill, even if something you posted, say like 10, 15 years ago, can now be used against you, and you can be in prison for up to 15 years to life for hate speech. What is hate speech? Like, what is the definition of hate speech? Because in America, they've passed a bill that is basically saying that the Bible is now, banned because it says that the Jews killed Jesus. Personally, I don't get all the religious crap. I'm not into religion. I think it creates a lot of division. There's so many things it creates. I just believe there is a God, and it's a energy. It's not a human form, and I think people lose the sight that we're spiritual beings having a human experience. So here I am thinking, okay, so it's hate speech. Come here, Marilyn. Of course, I named her Marilyn. But here I am thinking, okay, so it's hate speech to talk about Jewish people, but it's not hate speech if you talk about Christians or Muslims are protected too. But it's like certain religions, certain people, certain genders, certain, heterosexual people, they're a free game. Talk about them all you want. But these people are protected. And that's what is considered equality? No, that's not equality. That's the opposite of it. So now it's like you have to wonder and worry. Okay, so is like a meme or anything I posted 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, can that be considered hate speech? Because they can come arrest you and imprison you, and you don't get a bond, you don't get a trial, you don't have a lawyer, you're in there for hate speech. Who does that remind you of? He had a little mustache right here, that mustache, and see, I love how they always compare Trump to Hitler, right? Oh, Hitler, that dirty little bastard. See, well, I feel like he hasn't lost really, because I feel like whoever is working for him is still in power, because we're watching history repeat itself and nobody's saying anything. And it's like you got all these little spoiled little kids in these Ivy League colleges, and you have Soros-backed people. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not. You have all these paid actors. You have all these people to go to these Ivy League colleges and do protest where they're going on hunger strikes on their own free will, but demanding food and water. Make it make sense. Make this, any of this make sense. Please do, please do. Because it's like, you look at the Trump rally, 80,000+ people, almost 100,000 people, you know? And we're supposed to believe a certain narrative. But if you question that narrative, you know, you're a bad person. And in Canada, they're saying if you do this, it's hate speech, but very vague on hate speech. So hate speech could be talking about your own government. If you're speaking at your own government and what they're doing, that's hate speech. And you go to prison for it. And you don't get to bond. You don't get proper, you know, what would you call it, representation. Not only that, you got Biden trying to like do all these crazy tax Maryland, to do all these crazy tax rules. Come here, sweetie. I know, baby. I know. Okay, just relax. We're gonna cuddle and go to bed in a minute. She likes to cuddle and go to bed. She likes to snuggle and go to bed. Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyways, so he has these, you know, proposed tax laws to where, you know, basically, okay, just like look at the lottery and look at when people win, right? The IRS takes more than, like, I don't know if it's more than half. I can't say precisely what percentage because that could be considered misinformation and YouTube's going to be all up my ass with lube for it. Like, bitch, misinformation. Even though I'm like, fuck you. I've been right this entire time. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm so sick of these fucking people. I'm in community notes on Twitter too. They're the same thing as fact checkers. But, you know, I'm looking at it and I'm like, fuck, this is crazy. This is all crazy. I forgot what I was saying, but like, look at Trump. He's got 100,000 people at his rallies, right? And all of a sudden, now we got the what? The bird flu. The bird flu pandemic. Oh my God, the bird flu. There's 70 people in Colorado. They got it. That is for real. This is not medical misinformation. Colorado has 70 cases of the bird flu, and you should all get the next vaccine that comes out because it's so going to save your life, and you're going to, like, not regret it. You're going to be like, oh my God, I got the bird flu shot, and then you can go and post the sticker on Facebook and be like, I got my bird flu. I feel like that's what we all are becoming, and it's crazy because nobody sees reality. Basically, if Biden gets reelected, okay, with the tax laws, you're going to get so fucking fucked with taxes that your paycheck is like literally, you might as well work at a sweatshop. I swear to God, I kid you not. You think taxes and inflation are bad now? Wait, just wait and see what happens. 15-minute cities, they're happening worldwide. They're happening. Okay, Google 15-minute cities in the United States and you'll see everywhere they're developing them. And they're developing Maryland. Seriously? Really? Right now? You have to do all this. I love her. I named her Marilyn because like Marilyn Monroe. But she's, you know, apparently doing her own thing. But anyway, so taxes are going to be insane. Basically, people are being like forced out of their homes and corporations are buying them up to where everybody will be a renter. You will not be a homeowner. Marilyn, I swear to God, do not do it. No, I'm going to keep my composure and ignore the kitty cat. Get down. Okay, so as this cat's... Really? No, Marilyn. I swear to God. It's like a kid that doesn't listen. So anyways, so with all these tax increases and like capital gains and all this, what you have to understand is like the elite class, they know the tax codes and all that. Okay, the other people, they do not. They don't have the money for that kind of stuff, nor the education. But I mean, Ivy League schools right now are doing what? Protesting. They're not, a majority of schools aren't even teaching anymore. They're teaching basically like ideologies, you know, like all this dumb shit that absolutely has nothing to do with the future. But like Davos says, we are bottom feeders. You don't need to live. They're bottom feeders. So we are in legit like the real Hunger Games. That's basically where we're heading. And people are gravitating toward Trump in numbers like this because they see it. Not because of conspiracy theorists or anything like that. And honestly, I think, you know, it's funny how everybody can sue Trump, right? But how about, why don't we all start suing the liberals for how much they slander and, you know, defamation of character to us? Like, I mean, I think about every single video I've ever made that's been deleted off here that has been proven factual. What I say isn't wrong. they just consider it mean. But if I was talking about Trump or a Republican, it would be considered okay. So you can only talk about one side. So, and that's the whole point of like the hate speech bills and like freedom of speech and freedom of protest, because I'm looking at these, you know, kids protesting at these schools and all this mayhem they're creating. And it's like, well, we can protest this, but January 6th, I can only say so much right now. We all know what I'm saying. That was so bad, but we had Chop Chaz, we had BLM, we still have all this crazy stuff going on. And somehow that's okay. But if you're a conservative or a Republican, oh, bitch, you're going to jail. Oh, you're going to jail for like 10, 15 years. Hi, Marilyn. Yeah, your ass is going to jail because you are not on what side they want you to be on. And that's it. It's about sides. It's about this side and that side. Oh, I know, baby. And they don't care about us. They don't care about me. They don't care about you. And every fucking troll that goes on my Instagram, my Twitter, even my YouTube to talk about my looks and, oh, you're old. I just turned 43. I think for 43, I'm doing pretty good. Oh, I love you too. I love you, baby. Oh, you're a good girl. So I think I'm doing pretty good. And to me, it's like, I'm not on here because I want people to praise my looks. I'm doing this because I have children and I see the direction of the world and I see where things are going and I've been seeing it. And I'm just thinking, shit, I want grandchildren and I want them to have the American dream. I want them to be able to be successful without having to come from, you know, a certain bloodline or a family name. I think we all want that for our kids in our future. But, you know, Obama, Biden, Clinton, you know, the Hunger Games of the Hollywood elite, they look at us like we're beneath them. And what's funny though is because without us, they don't exist. We're the only reasons why these people exist is because we are funding them. We're paying them. And to me, that's what blows my mind the most. The people that hate us the most and want us gone are the ones we are supporting and we're paying for their lifestyles. You know, so it's like, oh, this shit. I'm so tired of it. I'm so over it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so goddamn tired. If anything I post as true on Instagram, all of a sudden I'll have like hundreds of comments on something that is, you know, controversial, but what I'm saying is true. And then I go and look it up, all bot accounts. Same with Twitter. Twitter, they say it's free speech. No, it's not. I have a ton of followers, but like I said, every time I go to follow someone back, I can't do it for some reason. It just doesn't click. Same with Instagram, everything. They delete all my followers, they delete comments, they delete views, they delete everything. And I'm thinking, how is that okay? So if I were saying like like Obama's the best and Michelle Obama, she is the queen, slay girl, slay, oh my God, slay Beyonce, oh, she's the best country singer ever. Like if I was doing all this fucking media propaganda bullshit, y'all wouldn't fuck with me, but you're only fucking with me because I'm saying my own fucking thoughts and I'm not all up in your butthole kissing your ass, and I will never do it. Just the same as all you trolls that try to come on here and talk about how I look. I've never had plastic surgery on my face to begin with. And I would never. I get Botox because I have Bell's palsy. And even when I don't get my Botox for my Bell's palsy, people still bitch and complain. So fuck you. I can't win the internet. I don't give a shit. I'm not on here for a beauty contest. I'm not on here to be like the housewives of this or that. I'm on here because I have kids who I want to have a good life. Without communism, you were the cutest. She will not leave me alone. I love her to death. She is the best, though. Orange cats are built different. I swear. Ouch! I swear to God. Okay, so another thing I wanted to bring up is, okay, so I brought up the topic of Krijlam before, okay? And Krijlam, I told you guys, was going to be basically the New World Order, one religion, the Great Reset, Klaus Schwab, you know, and his agenda. Krijlam. So do you realize how they're canceling the Bible, right? if you talk about, you can't talk about certain things, that's anti-Semitism, right? But what are they praising right now? Islam. You have queers for Islam, LGBTQ for Islam. Okay, let's take those LGBTQ, let's take them and drop them off at Gaza and these countries that, they don't, like, the truth is, we all know what's going to happen to them, right? We all know that. We watch this with Black Lives Matter and all this other bullshit. It's all a psyop. It's all to create hate toward, like, Christians, which has already been done. Like, if you're a Christian, you're done. It's done. You're done. But now it's like, okay, we got Christianity out. So now we got the Jews and the Muslims fighting. So how can we end this? We need a ceasefire. It's a proxy war. It's a proxy war, money laundering, just like Ukraine. Okay, so what they're doing is they're creating this whole division between Muslims and Jews, right? But what they're doing is setting that up for Krijlam. Krijlam is Muslim and Jewish religions, okay? And they already have their headquarters in New York. And the House of Saudi is actually the founders of it. I hope they don't kill me either. But anyways, so it's all a psyop. It's a proxy war and a psyop, because it's like, okay, well, we gotta fund this. We gotta help Gaza. We gotta help Israel. We gotta help this, help that. We're sending all this money to all these things, but nobody can account for anything, just like Ukraine, right? So what's really going on? What's really going on, guys? Because, they're already starting this whole climate crisis. You have Gretchen Whitmer and, declaring, national emergency because of the bird flu. They're already starting their pandemic, we're getting close to that part, just like with COVID, to where they were able to lock us down again, and take control. So it's like, you guys got to open your eyes to their game. All right. See how you're being played, just like Ukraine. Ukraine war doesn't exist anymore, right? It's only when Zelensky comes up, he's like, hey man, I need some money. It's like, he's got all these mansions and all these people in Ukraine who are officials all of a sudden are multi-millionaires driving Rolexes. I mean, not driving Rolexes. I know, baby, you want to go to bed. They're driving Rolls Royce. They got all these luxuries. How did they get so rich so quick? How did they get the money? How did they get that? All this money that's going for a war that we really don't see, and all of a sudden now it's like Israel and Gaza, but they're not talking about the real, like, ethnic cleansing going on in Ethiopia. Ouch, she wants me to put her more. But the real ethnic cleansing, like, going on in Ethiopia and like all these other countries, there's a lot of things going on. So if you're going to stand up for genocide, stand up for genocide worldwide. Don't be a fucking hypocrite. I'm so sick of that. I stand with this, I stand with that. And if you ask these younger generations what it is that they stand for and why, they can't tell you. They're like, well, I don't really know the facts, but I just know it's like this and it's like that. And I'm like, do you understand your ignorance has a huge impact? Because they, like, put these kids all over TV, and you got, like, Greta Thunberg or whatever her name is, Soros related. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. I saw an article the other day, and they're like, oh, Greta Thunberg, George Soros, Open, Society Foundation, changing the world. I'm like, yeah, we see how it's changing the world. Not only, and they deleted my comment too, because I was like, explain to me why a man who is banned from his own home country and other countries is allowed to be in America, donate to our presidential elections, and lobbyists, and all these, like, no, they shouldn't be able to do that. I think if you're a politician, you should not be able to take money from donors, from lobbyists. You shouldn't be able to take campaign donations from anybody that can sway you to vote one way or another, period. I think it's sick that these people come into our government, Democrats, Republicans, all the same. They come in and they walk out multimillionaires. How is that? You work for the people, right? You work for the people, right? Do you work for the people? You don't work for the people. You work for yourself. You work for your own bankroll. Or they get compromised with, like, videos and things they shouldn't be doing. And they get blackmailed. So then they push all this communist agenda shit on us. And how's that working for Americans? How's it going? Hate Trump. Hate Trump. Hate me. Hate me for everything that I was right about. But I was right. And it's killing you financially. And everybody's suffering. And to the people who aren't suffering and who are posting all their videos on like, how I got my Hermes bag, how I got this, and my life as this, and oh my God. Short-lived dummies. You are useful idiots. All of you. You're going to be on universal basic income soon. You're not going to be needed. They can create content creators with AI. You're not needed anymore either. Just like all the jobs they can replace with AI. Do you people not get it? It's like, to me, it's like so fucking Captain Obvious. But other people are like, like, seriously, like they have no fucking concept on reality. It's like they live with, I don't know. I guess that's why like TV programming keeps us stuck in like all these shows, you know, to keep us like hooked on season after season to distract us from reality. So in a sense, we do live in a matrix. We live in a controlled reality. But when you turn your TV off and you actually start looking into like the fall of the Roman Empire, like the Emerald Tablets, when you start looking into like how the Egyptians viewed things, like how Tesla coil, like Tesla period, and how NASA has ownership of the pyramids. Why does NASA have ownership of the pyramids? You know what I mean? It's like, if you start doing the math, none of it makes sense. You know, so I'm just saying, think for yourself, my homies. Let me see. I put a few notes down, but I'll just do whatever. And it's Mother's Day, so I've been having a glass of wine. I just got back from dinner with my kids, actually. It was amazing. I was so happy. It's good to see my kids grow up and not be indoctrinated by all this stuff I see all the time. It's like I can't even imagine what it would be like to be a liberal mom. Like if my I cannot imagine. Oh, another thing. So, you know how they said that like chemtrails are not real? Well, I have to go with, you know, YouTube guidelines here, and I will just say, I'm not saying they are real or not, because it is, you know, condensed like what? Air. Okay. So they come out like with videos 9 years ago, and they talk about cloud seeding. They've already come out and admitted that they're trying to dim the sun, but they've already admitted that they're doing this stuff and they're spraying the skies. But if you talk about it on the internet, it's considered misinformation. And then you have the community notes, the fact checkers come in and do all that. But I've noticed here in Houston, or I'm not right outside of Houston, but it's been nothing but like haze for the past couple of days. And my son has not had any upper respiratory problems in forever. And all of a sudden now he's coughing again. He's wheezing. My allergies are awful. Like the air is so thick and gross. Like you can't even see the sky. It's like, to me, it's like, if you guys don't see it, you don't see it. But if you do, you do, and you understand what I'm getting at and the point I'm trying to make. And the point, you know, Republican or Democrat, just like JFK Jr. coming out with his abortion stance. I mean, they show their true colors. They all work for the same people. But the thing is, there's right and there's wrong. I don't give a shit if you're satanic. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care what the fuck you are. I don't care if you're a purple people eater. Are you a good person? Are you doing bad shit? Are you hurting people? Are you doing what's right? Are you doing what's wrong? That's all that matters. Are you doing what's right or are you doing what's wrong? That's all that matters. You know, everybody can be their own person. I don't care. But the minute when you're trying to say that your person should cancel me out because of your own belief system, no, that's stupid. Anybody could agree with that on a normal common sense level, but we're all in our feelings. Oh, we can't offend them. So what? We all have to fucking entertain somebody's crazy? Absolutely not. I'm not doing it, not doing it, not doing it, not doing it. So anyway, guys, I love you. I'm going to cut this off because I can go on forever and ever. You know that. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and all. I love my gays. I'm sorry. I do. I love my gay guys. The whole LG alphabet shit. I feel like it's a slap in the face to lesbians and gays who have really fought really hard to be with the people they love and just to be respected. I think it's made a mockery of them. And that really hurts my heart, you know? Like, I don't judge people. It is what it is. And people can be, you know, they can bring religion into it. And that's the odd thing. All these kids that are supporting Palestine don't understand in Palestine, if you're gay, if you're LGBTQ, you're queer, they throw you off a roof. Sorry, I was not saying anything factual. That was my own speculation. YouTube guidelines. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. Sorry. But just look at what they do in those countries to people who identify with that kind of stuff. It's very interesting to me how you can polarize an entire several generations of kids actually, to think that what they're standing for is right, but in all reality, they have no clue what really happens in those countries. And that's why I say turn off your TV. Turn off your fucking TV. Be like me. Watch like 90 Day Fiancé so you feel better about your life. Love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.